It's the Broke Ass Podcast.
We got money though.
It's me, your host, Zinni in the building. I got my co-host, co-producer. We got Jimmy in the building.
You better find somebody to play with.
Got my other co-host, co-producer. We got Hot Girl Koya in the building.
How y'all doing?
Shout out DeAndre's the big boss, the big queen. You already know. We here for a good time, not a long time. This episode is brought to you by us in partnership with 810 Studios. We contenders, not pretenders. Thank you for listening.
You better find somebody to play with.
Hey! How y'all doing?
Blessed and highly favored.
Doing good. Very swell.
I knew you was going to say it.
I was going to say very swell.
Very swell.
Every time.
Dapper, Demir.
Very demure. Very.
No, we don't. No, we don't start with that, man.
You're not feeling Demir?
It was just America's birthday. What did y'all do? How did y'all celebrate? Are we still celebrating that? And what did you do for Juneteenth?
We're going to say that I did not willingly celebrate.
I did not celebrate either. However, I'm not even gonna say we did. I mean, I did drink some punch. And I
Did
mean,
you
the
put
kids
on an
played
outfit?
outside. No,
Did you buy yourself a 4th of July outfit?
I did not. I was going to.
Did you put them on red, white, and blue?
I did not. I didn't. They just played outside with the sprinkler.
Okay.
They had a good little time outside. Now, the 5th, technically, that's not the 4th. So,
It was just a Saturday.
yeah. So, I mean, if you want to throw something on the grill that day, you know.
Juneteenth, we did cook out, and we turned up. I celebrated Juneteenth. We went to the little celebration downtown and things like that. But on the 4th, I did go to a cookout. I didn't wear red, white, and blue. I just wear white, and blue. But, I mean,
I did have some white shorts I wanted to wear this year, so I was a little disappointed about that. But I'll just find another outfit to wear with that.
I got to figure out a balance between the two.
But
Between
Juneteenth and 4th,
Celebrating Juneteenth and the 4th of July because, I mean, I'm still American, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
America was still...
I just feel
Free
like
on
it's
that
just
day,
still
so.
fresh. Juneteenth is
Yeah.
still fresh. So everybody's like, yeah, it's because it just, became a federal holiday 2
Yeah.
years ago.
I
So
don't.
I guess everybody's still trying to get to the funk of, let's actually celebrate this other than they're trying to get it acknowledged, because I know a lot of people, they're still looking forward to the 4th. You know what I'm saying?
It's like Kendrick and Drake, yo. Like, you don't have to pick a side. You can do both. You can celebrate on Juneteenth. You can celebrate on 4th. Because the main thing, what I get about these holidays, the good thing is tradition. And we grew up, the 4th, you're off. Most people are off work. You fly in, you chill with your family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what's really it about. We ain't never really celebrated the 4th. It ain't like we was Happy Birthday America or whatever.
Yeah.
We just used to our cousins and everybody being around.
And at the end, it might be some fireworks, but
And you're going to get some grilled food from somewhere, just like Labor Day, just like any other of these holidays that they make up. So it's more about family and stuff for me.
I think it was still a good weekend,
Yeah,
though.
it was all good.
I made some great pasta salad. If you haven't tried my pasta salad, get you a bowl.
She put chicken in it.
Did you make the pig back salad?
No, pasta salad.
Okay.
Don't worry about
No, I
it.
got
Let's get into what we're getting into for the week. Hey, man, shout out to our supporters. Let's go, Jimmy.
I just want to talk about self-care. A lot of times we be out here worried about, everybody else and what we could do for everybody else. I feel like it's important that we worry about what we could do for ourselves. If some people meditate, some people pray, some people listen to podcasts, just make sure you take time to yourself to clear your mind, whatever way you need to do that. For me, it's I like to take walks, talk to myself, talk to the Lord, listen to the birds and stuff like that. So I just feel like the more you put into yourself and time that you dedicate to yourself and heal yourself, the more you'll be able to pour out to other people. You can't give to people when you're empty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to try to fill your own vessel before you try to pour out to other people. Because if you're out here trying to pour out to them and you giving yourself nothing, you're going to be walking around empty and they full. What good is that doing for
Gonna
you?
be drained.
Right. So just make sure that you take time to for self-healing, you know what I'm saying? You can't just work all the time and be stressed all the time. Even if it's before you go to sleep at night, turn the TV off and just sit in the dark for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Just take some type of time to yourself every day for self-healing, you know what I'm saying? Because it's really important and it'll keep you away from being depressed. It's a step, away from being depressed. It's something to keep you away from. What steps what do y'all use for self-healing?
Why are you always going to be first?
Yeah.
You're always going to be first.
Because I need time.
But like I said, I drive 25, 30 minutes to work. So that's like my ride home. I don't cut off the music, but sometimes I just block it out. Or podcast. I hardly ever listen to music. Or I just block it out, which isn't enough. Like Jimmy challenged me to go walking. I still haven't done that yet, but I'm open to that idea. But it's just, I need a solid hour when I get off work. I don't care if I'm watching YouTube. I don't care. It's just to myself. I don't need nobody bothering me. So if you call me from 8:30 to 9:30, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to answer. Unless it's podcast day.
Okay. What do you use, Misha?
Self-care, I mean, personally, I probably use my self-care will probably be in the middle of the night. Because I really don't sleep much at night no more. I've been trying. I've been taking melatonin. I still don't sleep.
Baby gubbies.
Yeah. But either that or I'll take like, I mean, I got some.
They do have it for grown people.
I mean, I have some, but I mean, it still doesn't work. So I'm usually up in the middle of the night. And when I'm up maybe 2, 3 in the morning, I just think to myself, I might pray, might get my thoughts together, might be up rambling. And then, I guess that'll be like my chance to just try to get my thoughts together. Because mostly throughout the day, I'm just doing everything else. But I feel like thinking about myself, so that'd probably be my time at night.
Do you clean or like do your hair, laundry, or something?
Yeah, but I wouldn't really consider that self-care. Like my brother said this morning, when he see me, baby, my hair was all over the place, even though I look like the way I look now. But still, to me,
so are you saying you didn't wake up like that?
I did not. I did not wake up like this, but I feel like self-care is very important. Because that can take you out of a rut. Like, I feel like I've just been in a rut because my hair has not been done. Like, they'll tell you, like, when their hair is not done or, their nails aren't done, women have certain things that make them feel like themselves, So, I guess me snapping this wig back on today was a little bit of self-care. Because I just been, like I said the other day, I walked past the mirror and skirt myself like, woo! Like, girl, who was that?
I think
so
a
I had
haircut
to get
do the
back
same for a man, too.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And that's why women are quick to say a haircut is a man's makeup. Because that's true.
Hey, no.
Give me
a
hands to be my
makeup. Say that. And I'm not trying to be funny or nothing. But if you can't tell me you haven't been on Facebook and you watch different barbers and they'll have one dude come in looking like, and then he leave looking like, and you like, oh my gosh. So like when I say that's a man's makeup, it really is. A haircut for a man can change a lot.
No.
Just like how
I'm a man. You keep going. I keep saying no.
It's the truth. I'm just saying from women's perspective. From women's perspective, a male's haircut is makeup for men.
Y'all put on makeup every day.
Who?
Most women. The women that feel like that about their nails and their makeup.
Every woman does not.
You were saying that, thank you, because you were saying that with no nails and no makeup. So, I don't know. I think that the women that have to have their nails done and have to have their hair done have some type of insecurity about themselves.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to say they aren't. Because a lot of women might have insecurities about themselves. It's just about how they walk through those insecurities. I have insecurities about myself all the time, but you would never know that because I bask in who I am.
Right.
You're not going to tell me nothing about me because I know me. I love me. Even though I have those days. But however, it's some women, you'll never catch them walking out like me today, barefaced, no lashes, because they can't do that. But it just depends on how you view yourself. That's where self-care comes in, like you said.
I want to ask you this because I also want to talk about self-worth. And talk about self-worth, you are one of the most confident women that I do know.
Thank you.
And, I feel like your self-worth is high.
It is, but I feel like at times it could be higher.
What gives you the confidence to have a high self-worth?
The confidence that I have today comes from me growing up and being a little girl that was getting called the black monkey and the fat chubby girl and getting picked on for having a gap and all that. That's helped me build up the confidence that I am I have today.
That's messed up.
I promise. Kids are mean. Especially in middle school. Middle school was terrible for me. Middle school in 4th and 5th grade. So kids are mean. So I just think back to that. And I think about myself now, and then some days I still think like, dang, are you still that little girl from middle school?
So what made you make the change from being like mad and sad about them calling you black and gap mouth or whatever?
I wouldn't say I was really mad and sad about. Well, yeah, I was really mad. It really was rage in me. I still have a lot of rage in me now. But I just decided that.
What gives you the confidence that you have now?
I just want to stomp on them. Like, you're never going to talk about me like that again.
You now,
and I look at them like,
hey, how you doing?
No.
but that's true though. Like, It's like you get out of school and then you see people and you think about like, dang, and you had the audacity to be treating me like that back in the day. And it's just like, but then you realize as you grow up, they probably really had other things going on that had nothing to do with you. And I get that, but that doesn't mean you can project your stuff onto other people because that hurts and that tears people down. Me becoming the woman I am today definitely took a lot. It took a long time. A long time. I just had to keep telling myself, I'm not that same little girl.
You're only 23.
I'm 25.
What I had to say about
I'm not that same girl.
I had
No.
I was mad the other day, and it was because I didn't feel like people value me on the same level that I value myself.
Right.
And I said to myself, well, that shouldn't that's you
It
should be
shouldn't
mad
matter.
at that because I should think more of myself
Mm-hmm.
than the world does.
But you know, that just showed you other people's opinions really do matter.
They matter.
They matter, but
They
not,
matter, but-
not as much as they should.
Yes.
Yeah.
You should always think more. You should think so much of yourself
Mm-hmm.
that it doesn't matter what this person thinks
That's
or
true.
says about you.
And that's what I was saying.
And I was on my walk and I was saying, I was mad because I was feeling that somebody else should be thinking what I think of me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be mad at them because they don't think as high as me as I do because they don't know the struggle I went through to get to where I'm at. You feel me?
Right.
So I feel like your self-worth should always be higher than what you're expecting somebody to think of you. Don't get down on yourself because the world or other people are not thinking highly of you. Just know that you yourself is priceless. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you are an individual. Don't be trying to be somebody else. That's what I would,
No, you can't be someone that you're not.
because there's only one you. It's 1,000 Dems. You gonna try to be them?
Right.
What's the point in that? There's only one authentic you. That's just like, I be trying to tell you, not tell you, but encourage you to change.
No,
Or,
tell
you know what I'm
me.
saying?
You gotta tell me.
But I'm not telling you to change until them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I want you to be you.
He wants you to be
on
your
the
best
better,
you.
yes, the best you, not a
Mhm.
different person. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I get what you're saying. and I appreciate it.
Yeah, like I have high self-worth, but I want my crew, I want everybody around me to have high self-worth because
Mhm.
me having something ain't nothing that the person beside me or the person that I say I love and, you know what I'm saying, don't got the
Right.
same
Yeah.
feeling or value of that.
That's what I want to know. How do you get to the you don't think people value you like you value you?
Yeah.
Is that your fault or the person's fault? Because as a friend of yours and family of yours, you're at the top. I value Jimmy very, very much.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
speak
value
to
you
Jimmy
as well.
more than I speak to anybody. I think Jimmy cares more about me than a lot of people. Probably only like non-family, bro, I value you high. So I just don't understand, not just putting it on me, but how do you think that? How do you get to that thinking where
And then
these
it
people
could
not
be,
valuing me?
It could be. It didn't got to be him thinking that he's not being valued. You know, you are your worst critic.
Yeah.
So it could just be him in his mind telling him people aren't thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? So really, it's outlook because, like they say, you are your worst critic.
And
So it's just how you view the world and how you
it's
view
not
how
my
they
job
view
to change what people think about me.
Mhm.
It's my job to work on me every day. As long as
Yeah.
I'm working on me, that's why I don't care what people think about me. You know what I'm saying? Yes,
But
it's
y'all
great.
just saying you
It's
do.
great that you think that I'm, up here. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I
That's
said
cool.
value, not
Yeah.
think. It's a difference between think and value. I value.
That's
So
cool.
you're saying thinking or value because you said
Yeah.
on your walk,
It's tomato to me. I feel like it's about the same.
what I think of you and how I value you is
Yeah.
different.
I mean, it's about the same to me.
Oh, okay.
I
think very
I'm happy
highly
that you
of
value
you.
me, but I got to value me more than you value me. Did that make sense? to
Yeah,
you?
yeah, that makes sense. I get it. I get it.
And if a person don't value you, it's not your job to change what they think about you.
Mhm.
It's your job to work on you every day.
Yeah.
If you're not working on you, why would you care?
What
I ain't
they
got time to think about.
But
what
I
they
think that's
about
where a
me.
lot of the aesthetics come in. Like, because I think if you have a high self-worth, and I know people, at least 4 people, I know 4 dudes that'll go broke on getting a haircut. And to me, that's like, why? And y'all say, well, you say it's a man's makeup or whatever. But to me, if you got to have a haircut to feel highly about yourself, then your self-worth has to be low.
Maybe that's self-care to them.
Mhm.
They
I
like
said
to-
self-worth.
it's self-care to them getting their haircut to make them feel better about themselves,
And then be broke.
about themselves.
Money make me feel better about myself.
I mean, that's to you. Money don't make nothing to me. It comes and it goes. I've always had it, and if I don't,
So
it's
you're
gonna
going to
come
spend
back.
your last $20 to get a haircut to make yourself feel better?
Yeah, it's self-care. Would you spend your last 20 on something if you wanted to?
No, we can agree to disagree. Nisha?
All right. So thinking of self-worth and how you're valued by how you value yourself and how people value you, what would be the last thing you'd want after you die? Or what would be the last thing you wish for? We're going to do it because we already here. Might as well. What would be the last thing that you would wish for, after you pass or before you pass? When your dying wish? And I have a topic for this, y'all. So I just want to hear what everybody's going to say first.
Well, I'm going to go back to my family. I just want my kids to live, my kids and my wife to live a long life and be healthy and wealthy as much as they can. That'd be my dying wish. That's my living wish. So that's what I live for. So,
I think I would just want everybody to know that I was a nice guy and I really did try to, spread love and care to people.
Yeah, anybody that know you, Jimmy, that would definitely, of course, they know you a great guy.
That would just be my last. Because I might not got nothing to leave him, but I could just leave him with that thought.
I definitely
he
with
was a
some
good
laughs.
guy, you know what I'm saying? And he lived his life to the fullest. I ain't gonna leave no rock unturned. I know that much. I'm flipping them over every day.
Okay, my dying wish would be when I think about my life. When I think about my life, hopefully when I die, I'm hoping I'm leaving a legacy. I'm hoping I'm leaving a salon here. I'm leaving some houses, some cars, So of course I want all that to go to my son because I want him to be wealthy. I'm trying to create generational wealth. One thing I would do, I'd probably leave my salon to my 2 nieces. That would be theirs. Then after that,
how many wishes? It's in number one.
This is all in one. This is all in one. I'm just telling you.
Like more than one.
That's mad wishes.
I'm just telling you, this is all in. I'm just thinking of when I die, hopefully this is what I hope I have. I hope I have, these legacies to leave behind. So of course my salon is going to my girls. Everything else that I have is going to my son because I want him to have that legacy for his family. So that's going to all be in one. But of course you just wish wealth. You wish for happiness for your family. And the only reason I ask this is because one man in Detroit, I don't care. A man in Detroit, he was a car wash owner, and his last wish was to rain on his city. So he had a celebration of his life. It was a block party, and he rained thousands of dollars on his city from a helicopter. So that was his last dying wish. So I just wanted to know what people would say because it's crazy that he asked. I watched the video now. It was money falling from the sky.
Were they singles or hundreds?
They were hundreds.
Promotional use only.
That fake money.
The money was real. The money was real.
The fake money do be looking real though.
It was real.
Really
They said it was real. People were spending it.
Okay, just scenario.
I don't know how he did it.
How much does it cost to rent a helicopter? You probably can pay $300, $400, $500 to get a helicopter ride. Maybe y'all think so? Agree or disagree?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, a little helicopter,
the helicopter pilot. How much money do you think? How much money do you think he made rain from the sky? The guy that died,
I don't know.
How much money? So let's say, how long did they make it rain?
I don't know. They said about an hour.
Let's say they made it rain for a whole hour. Let's say that's what $100,000. Let's say that you're paying this pilot to go throw down. First of all, the pilot gonna take half of the money.
I believe that too.
Second of all, you own a car wash, and it just don't make sense. It's cap. I call cap.
I mean, it's something violent.
I call cap, bro. And he in a helicopter for an hour just throwing money.
He was probably flying a helicopter.
Wish.
Somebody was in the back dumping the bag.
Somebody's stealing that, Jimmy. If me and you the pilot, they're like, yo, we supposed to throw all of this today.
Yeah.
No, we gonna be throwing that joint in spurts. Ain't no way, bro. I call cap, but cool.
That's what they said he did. I mean, I just think that was just nice. Everybody would love for that to happen. Yeah. OMG, it's raining money. I was just saying, what would your last wish be? Because that's what he decided.
I think I'm going out there when it's raining money, bro. They fighting and shit, man, for promotional use only.
So he just getting promo for his car wash?
No, the money is fake, Nisha. That's it. I call cap. That's it.
Okay, another thing I seen on the internet, since we talked about 4th of July, in New York, they said it was 0 shootings or murders on the Independence Day, and I think that's great. However, I did see in other cities it was a lot going on. So I mean, we're gonna send prayers out.
55 people got shot in Chicago. I think like 9 of them died.
There was a shooting at a block party in Philadelphia.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. I seen the videos from that, and I'm just saying I'm happy that New York didn't have any incidents, but it's plenty of cities around the world, and there's still violence going on. So just pray for the world.
When we was leaving the fireworks at Clinton, by the way, the fireworks at Clinton are getting worse every year. We was right by the park across the street, and we literally couldn't see half of them because it was a tree.
What?
How the fireworks ain't big enough to go over a tree? But anyway, so we walk into the car, and I don't know if it was a gun or a firework.
Ridiculous.
So they shot it one time. My old lady got scared, like, I'm laughing at her. Why they shoot it again? And I thought I felt it, bro. I thought I got so weak. I'm like, this what it feel like. I said, this what it feel like in my mind. And then I said, oh, you ain't even shocked. You good. So I got back in the car.
I cannot believe.
I'm like, I can't believe you were scared, but bro, when that second one, I just
they feel close, huh?
I felt like Wayman in
Blow down dirty shade.
Yo, bro, I'm talking about it took everything I had in me not to fall out.
Mm.
If my homeboy and Jew weren't there, I would have just fell out.
Not I would have just fell out. That's too funny.
You go home.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what he was telling you.
Go home.
All right.
But about Chicago and Philadelphia, despite what happened, is actually they both have black mayors that have opened up a whole bunch of youth programs and what's the name, and their crime is actually down like 32% before this incident. So,
I wish we had the numbers from last year so we could
compare.
Yeah, I wish, but but they're down. 40% is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's almost half. So we could go with that. And the prison population in the world is down.
Oh, that's good.
I know these are like, I wouldn't call them useless facts, but I really don't know why I know this. But they're down from 3.5 million 5 years ago down to 1.5 million, which is the prison population. Mm-hmm. But I say that to say prison is a business. Do you think they're going to start cracking down more to fill them prisons back up? Because they say it was like crack laws that the reason that it was so populated this much, and now it's people getting off on them long-term bids that they shouldn't have been there for in the first place.
Right.
So that's why they are emptying out. So do y'all think they're going to keep emptying out and allow that, or do you think new laws is going to be implemented?
I feel like they're probably just going to implement new laws because, like you said, the prisons are one of the biggest businesses in the world. They're everywhere. And they have plenty of labor going through these prisons as well, cheap labor. So, of course, they're going to keep that going. And there's plenty of men that are getting sentenced way longer than they should be. So, of course, they're just waiting on the time and the chance.
Don't say men's again. And
I meant to say men, my bad.
And but I like that fact that you said that. But you know what, people, if you don't do the crime,
you won't do the time. Amen.
That's it. So I ain't gonna say it's only your fault that we fill the prisons, but I mean, you can make better decisions.
Yeah.
In life to what's them instead of just blaming it on something. Oh, they throwing the book at me. You gave them something to throw the book at you about.
Yeah, the only time that I don't like the police is when I'm doing something wrong.
Nelly and Ashanti, they got their new show out.
Hey, I binge watched the whole series. I loved it.
Yes.
Ashanti fine as
okay.
She is. Yes, she is.
They're one of the
My
hottest.
old lady said she fine too, so it's okay.
No, she is fine. I don't care. My old lady don't think she's fine. She is one of them. She fine.
rewinded. She said, "Did you see those stars?" Yes, I did. I seen them the first time.
But one thing that came out about it is Nelly said that he ain't changing no diapers. He told Ashanti, said, yo, when he start walking and talking, then I got him. Until then, it don't matter. Whatever staff you need, I got you.
I mean, that sounds like that sounds like all the men in my family, literally. First thing they say is, well, yeah, we'll get Prince, but we ain't changing no diapers. That's the first thing y'all quick to say. Yeah. Can he go to the bathroom?
But that's what if your husband said that, not your uncle or your brother?
He just throw us under the bus immediately. Sound like y'all.
But I mean, I'm not gonna be mad, because I mean.
But what if he not Nelly though?
Okay, Nelly being Nelly, he can say that because he gon' hire his girl some nannies, a maid, a chef, But I mean, if you a regular dude and you telling your girl you don't want to change no diapers, and when he get one, you got him. What you mean? Because how far to an extent do you mean by that? Yeah, because you talking about putting them to sleep too, you talking about feeding them, you talking about giving them baths. No, you just don't want to change no diapers. You got to have a variation of that because it's a whole lot before that dude can walk and talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on what battle do you want to choose.
And now that I think about it, I did watch the show. I never seen him holding the baby.
Dang.
But
I was thinking it was just a change of the pepper part.
But then again, with that, he might should still hold the baby because that's bonding time. The baby's not gonna know you.
You don't
gotta
have to
bond
change
with the
the
baby.
pamper to bond with your child, but you do have
You
to
don't, but
spend
you do have to
time
spend some
with-
time. He
Yeah.
gotta smell you. Something. Put him to sleep.
He's
Something.
Nelly
Feed him
there.
something.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's there.
don't act like Nelly ain't there. He just said he ain't
I
there.
didn't say he wanted. That's how
I didn't change
a
Drew
lot
But
of
back.
he
the
just said
bloggers and
he never
stuff-
seen him held the baby. That's what I'm saying. How you gonna bond with that baby if you're not at least interacting with him?
Maybe
But
I
you
don't
know
want
the
me
show
bonding
is-
with the baby
it's
on the
clipped
camera.
and
It's edited.
Okay, I'm just saying there are some men that are like that, like Nelly in real life, but they're not doing nothing.
Ashanti made Nelly ride back on the tour bus instead of flying first class home. Made him ride back with her because first class won't comfortable no more. Even though his tour bus is luxurious and whatever.
Mhm.
But had to ride back on that, man. Ashanti got it under control.
She don't like to have the baby on planes. Or
Right.
I mean that
airports.
that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Places
it's
are
like,
disgusting.
I've seen a
You
lot
got
of
it.
people hating on their relationship since the show,
Mhm.
but from the show, all I seen was love and family, and like I was cool
That's
with
why
it.
they
I thought
hating,
it was a
'cause they
great
don't
show
have
and
that.
showed black love. Like,
Before that, I watched all the interviews and everything. 'Cause
Yeah.
they was on a press run to promote the show. So I love it, man. Black love. Y'all, Nelly is 50. First of all, this is Ashanti's first child. Nelly got like 4 or 5 kids. He got grandkids.
wrong
Mhm.
kid.
He said, I changed enough diapers, man.
Yeah.
I'll let somebody else. So, Nisha, do you got anything else before we get to Black Excellence?
Yes, my final asking on the internet topic. A 27-year-old man from Jackson, Mississippi, hacked into the Hinds County Human Services system, approving every single food stamp application, you guys. And also, he didn't stop there. He also went in and went ahead and sent their cards out. You know, if you just apply for food, you got to go through the interview and everything. He went ahead and sent their cards out, put $2,500 on their card. Then he also went and loaded everyone else who had existing food stamp cards, $2,500 on theirs as well. So once he was arrested, his bond was $100,000. But later on that day, he bonded out. So now he's just free, chilling, waiting on his charges. So how do y'all feel about that?
I feel a couple of things.
Is he Robin Hood? What's he trying to be?
I feel like he
Robin Hood?
would be a Robin Hood.
Why can't I be in them cities?
Me too.
Why can't I just
Come on,
be there? Just one time. That's like 2,500, bro.
That's a lot of-
2,500.
That's a lot of money.
That is. And I wonder what the city did when people woke up and they seen that $2,500 on their card.
They wonder why everybody is.
Bruh, everything.
Yeah, we got to spend this before it get gone.
For
gonna look like
real.
Why they
Corona
take it
again.
back?
For real. So I can only imagine how the surplus of people is in the city. And then I know the government is just like, how did he do this? Because they say he broke in there. So I wonder how he got in there. Because you had to have some access keys. Or he had to know somebody.
So he did it in the building?
He
didn't
broke
do it
in the
like
building.
Hack the computer.
He
went
broke
in
into the building.
Oh, he used
and-
to work there.
Something? That's
Yeah,
what I'm
he
saying.
used to
He
work
had to have
there.
some inside connections. Because
Yeah.
there's no way you're going to have access to
Oh,
that
they made
system.
him mad. Yeah, they made him real mad.
Mr. What's his name?
Yeah, he had to be mad, bro.
What's
And
his
shout
name?
out to him though. What can they do?
Oh, they ain't even put his name up there.
That's a charge for each one.
I think so.
Oh no, he going to
They
jail.
said he sent it to everybody.
Yeah, he's going to
Oh, he
jail.
going to jail.
Yeah.
But what they're gonna try to do something to them people. Them people that spent them stamps, they're gonna what's their name?
Come on, man.
You gonna?
But I mean, at the end of the day,
they're gonna make you pay them back because they're like, you weren't supposed to have
Yeah.
2,500.
mm-hmm.
It's the government, bro. They're gonna
Either that or they're
get
going to
money
take their stamps for
back.
years
They're like, well,
to
we're
come.
gonna take $50 a month
Until
off
you
your
pay it
joint.
I
back.
don't think they'll do it like that.
Because at the end of the day, it wasn't their
It's the
fault.
government, bro. Donald Trump we ain't gonna. But my bad.
But I
bro.
mean, it wasn't their fault though. So like Jimmy said, it wasn't their fault. But like you said, the government, they're going to make you pay that back. They can probably let them ride for now. And then next month we went on the stamps. Oh, you already
Well, they
got
don't
that.
care. They said they about to cut 17 million people.
Yeah,
SNAP
they're
benefits and stuff
cutting
off
it.
anyway, so it
They're
might not
cutting, the big, beautiful bill. Congrats to y'all's president. Anyway.
He's our
matter.
president.
He's our president. Yep. Thank you. Look. Anyways, off of that,
Yeah.
I
That's
was
our whole show.
over the week. Over the week, I've been watching Kurt Franklin interviews
Mhm.
because once I watch you on the Breakfast Club and you do a good interview, I just go look at all your other interviews to see. Like, I'm trying to still learn and study on the craft, so it's like to see what you did different in this interview or what they did different or whatever. But anyway, Kurt Franklin has been on an absolute tear. But he has his own show. It's called The Den of Kings. So he had DC Young Fly up there. He had Country Wayne up there. And he had Lou Williams. He's a comedian, light-skinned dude with the big nose. Not
I think I know who you're
not
talking about.
Mojo, but the other one. And then they had this actor. He played everything, from Tyler Perry movies to everything.
Mhm.
But they was out there and they were speaking about fatherhood and everything. And like some of the stuff they were saying up there almost made Kurt break down and cry. But they also were saying how Kurt Franklin like pretty much changed their life with his music. Because if you grew up on Kirk Franklin, your grandma did not like Kirk Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But they was like, DC said this. He said Kirk Franklin is the one that brought the streets to the church. Because nobody want to go read the Bible. Nobody want to go to church.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best thing. And then I just actually really started thinking about it. Stomp and melodies from heaven and this. Kirk Franklin is a legend.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to give him black excellence today. And y'all do need to go check out that interview, Den of Kings, especially if you are a black man. And a stat. They say kids that are raised by a single father are more likely to succeed than raised by a single mother. It's a stat. Check it out. I ain't going nowhere, Dre. That's it. I was just saying. Because they say more than likely the single father was raised by a single mother and he missed his father, so he's going to make up that presence 10 times over. But no one can raise a child by themselves. You have to have a whole village. Mm-hmm. With that being said, we end this award-winning podcast by giving a shout out. So I want to shout out to my village and everybody that makes my life easy. I'm not going to say life is easy because it ain't, but they make it easier. So shout out to my village. Y'all know who you is. I love each and every one of y'all. And shout out to the supporters of the Broke Ass Podcast.
You said it better. I couldn't say it no better myself. Jimmy.
Come up with your own shout out.
Go ahead. I'm good. Go ahead, Jimmy.
I just want to end the podcast by saying the power in your words. Your words is like time. You can't get them back. So don't use your words on deaf ears. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If you don't tell the person something one time, you tell them twice, you tell 3 times. After that, you wasting your breath. You wasting your words. So you can't get them back, just like time. So use your words wisely. They power in your words, the power in your tongue. That's what I'm out here doing. I'm just trying to convey my message clearly and give y'all people love and support. I love y'all. I'm gonna give y'all the same love that y'all show me. So here we go.
With that being said, we out.